Get started. Welcome back to, what is this, the third episode of the Real Duo podcast?
Something like that.
I'm one of your hosts, Wade.
And I'm one of your hosts, Devin.
What have you been watching this week, Devin?
Jessica Jones. That's about it.
Are you enjoying it?
So far, I agree with you. I love the Trish stuff that's going on.
Yeah, she was great. How far are you into the season?
Like 4 episodes.
Oh, okay. You got a ways to go.
Yeah, I know.
But it kind of slows down a little bit towards the middle, but I think you'll definitely like a lot of the Trish stuff because the Trish stuff is really interesting.
What have you been watching this week? Anything interesting?
I've been trying to get through this goddamn Planet of the Apes show, man.
Oh, I forgot you were watching that.
Yeah, I was watching it last week, but it's only like 13 episodes, but each episode is 40 to 50 minutes, and I fucking hate TV shows that do that.
Oh, it's almost every TV show nowadays. It's
but this is made in the 70s. I don't know why they made that decision.
Because, there's too much Planet of the Apes stories to tell, okay?
Oh, it's so much.
Is it any good?
It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. The first episode is kind of bad, and there's a couple of like boring episodes, but there was some really like surprisingly good, like clever, well-written stuff that like I could see being in some of the movies.
Is this supposed to be canon with the movies or its own thing?
I think it's supposed to be canon, but does its own thing.
What even is canon in the Planet of the Apes universe anymore?
Yeah, that's kind of like even the original series contradicts other things from the movies and stuff. It's technically supposed to take place after Battle for the Planet of the Apes in like the new weird timeline, but it kind of contradicts some stuff from that timeline. So I'm kind of just looking at it as its own thing. Same thing with the animated series. The animated series is kind of supposed to take place after the live action show, but it kind of contradicts stuff. So like whatever.
I still need to watch the originals.
I think you would like the first one. The other ones get a little wacky, but
the only ones I've seen, like I've told you, is the new trilogy and the Tim Burton.
Oh, you're a fuck.
Those are the only ones I've seen.
You're a fuck.
I love the new trilogy. The new trilogy is great.
The new trilogy is great, and I hope they continue that.
Well, now Disney owns it, so you better hope Disney continues it.
Shit. We're gonna get one every year.
No, they're pulling that Avatar money right now. That's what they're trying to do.
That's true, yeah. We got 5 Avatar movies coming out.
Speaking of Avatar, do you want to talk about the in-game news?
Oh, shit. Did you do that on purpose?
No, it was perfect segue, though.
Shit.
How do you feel about this? In-game getting re-released this weekend. The weekend that this episode comes out.
It's technically not a re-release. Everyone keeps saying it's a re-release.
It's a re-release.
Adding stuff. No, they're just adding post-credit stuff at the end of the movie. It's still in theaters. They're not re-releasing anything.
They are re-releasing it because they're adding stuff, so they're re-releasing it.
They're not. They're just saying, "Hey, theaters, put this stuff at the end." That's what, like they're not putting a movie back into theaters that's already in the theater.
I've heard some rumors on what this new scenes are. Do you want to hear what this rumor is?
Sure, because I don't really care.
You're gonna be like, really? That's what they're adding?
I don't really care about this stuff.
It's apparently that petition of having Luis from Ant-Man recap.
Is that really what the fuck they're adding into this movie?
It's rumored to be because it was filmed. Like they filmed that, but they never put it in a movie.
What is it going to be? Is it just going to be Michael Pena just standing in front of a green screen, just like saying all this stuff? Like what?
It could be. I don't know. But apparently it adds 8 minutes to the runtime. So I don't know if it's just that or if there's more to it or what.
I think, they said they wanted to do like a tribute, supposedly a Stan Lee tribute. They said they wanted a deleted scene and then something else. So I think total, it'll probably be 8 minutes, which is strange, but
that's a long time for after credit. That's like 10 minutes after credits.
That's a little weird.
In an already 3-hour movie, you're adding 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like this to me feels like Blu-ray special editions or like special features. This didn't need to be added into the theatrical versions, obviously, and they thought that too because they didn't do that originally when they fucking put the movie out.
What's crazy is that they're still saying there's still deleted scenes and stuff they'll be adding to the Blu-ray. So,
well, I'm sure they shot a lot. I'm sure
they did too. I'm sure they shot 4 hours worth of stuff at least.
Oh, probably they pulled a Zack Snyder and just shot like 15 days worth, and then cut most of it out.
I'm okay with this, to be honest. I don't it doesn't bother me that much.
I mean, I'm okay with it in the sense that like it's not going to change the movie because the movie's going to be the same. I just hate it because this to me kind of seems like some EA type shit where like, hey, here's the movie, and then wait a couple weeks and we'll just sell you the rest of the movie. You know, like they're clearly doing this as a business thing, and that bugs the shit out of me. I hate
do you
that.
think this will actually give it the push it needs to be Avatar? Because you know that's what they're doing this.
I mean, I don't think any. I think if you're a huge like fan of the MCU, maybe. I heard somewhere that it needs like $40 million.
I think it's closer to 50.
40, 50, and I don't know. It'll come close. I don't know if this will be the bump to push it over. But
this is the thing with the new footage. Plus, it comes out the weekend before Spider-Man comes out. That might give it enough to push it over that little hump.
It might. I wouldn't want to see Endgame and then Spider-Man like back to back though. That would bug me.
Well, if Spider-Man takes place minutes after Endgame, I could see a bunch of people wanting to go see Endgame again.
Yeah, I guess. I wish Endgame was just kind of the end though.
We got to get the epilogue. Have you heard anything about Spider-Man Far From Home?
I've heard like a couple like rumor stuff, but like I haven't heard any because I'm trying to avoid as much as possible.
I am too. I haven't read any reviews, but the social media embargo lift, so people can talk about the movie but not spoilers. And apparently everybody loves it so far.
Yeah, I've heard that everyone is like losing their goddamn minds over it. But that doesn't surprise me because it's a fucking Marvel movie.
But apparently people are saying you have to stay for the post-credit scene because it's the best one in the MCU yet. So I don't know what that's about.
They say that after every movie, though.
Nah, they didn't say that about Endgame because there wasn't one.
Because there wasn't one, but every movie that has one. They're like, oh, it's the best thing. It's probably just something dumb. It's probably like another.
It has to be something Phase 4 related. I don't know what it is.
I mean, it could be. It could be Spider-Man meeting the Fantastic Four. Who bought the Stark Tower? Fantastic Four.
Have you heard what Kevin Feige was talking about the other day about Spider-Man?
Spider-Man and Venom.
Spider-Man Venom crossover.
Yeah, I heard that everyone is losing their minds over it. But like, he literally just said like, yeah, I would like to do it. Like. We've known that. Like, yeah, of course he would like.
Do you think he wants to cross over with the Venom they've already made or a new Venom?
I'm sure at this point he's probably just like, fuck, like, I don't want to do Venom again. So, like, just give us that Venom, whatever. And people like that movie. People seem to really enjoy that movie. And, hey,
if they did that, though, would Venom be canon in the MCU? The first one?
It would probably be a multiverse thing, like, where it's kind of canon in a way, but it's in its own universe. Because they are introducing the multiverse stuff in Far From Home, so I mean they could do that.
Well, Tom Hardy has been confirmed to return for Venom 2. Sony has officially put that out. So
more Nicolas Cage acting from Tom Hardy.
Like they got to do the Morbius movie first, don't they?
Yeah, I think Morbius is coming out first because they're shooting it. And there was a photo I think of Jared Leto, like on set, and he just kind of looks like Jared Leto with a hoodie.
That movie's gonna be a disaster.
Like he didn't look any. He just looked like Jared Leto, and I'm like, all right, this is strange.
First of all, I don't think Morbius is good enough character for a 2-hour movie.
Morbius, he could be.
Are you putting Blade in there?
He could be. No, they're not. They don't have Blade.
Exactly. So,
but him as a standalone character, I think for one movie could be okay. If like, but I don't trust Sony in making an okay, interesting film. I know they've made Spider-Verse, but that's kind of a different division of Sony. I was
gonna say they messed up with Venom. That should have been a rated R horror film, but it was not.
It should have, and I hope.
Or it could have been Agent Venom. Could have been Agent Venom.
Agent Venom would have been fucking awesome, but I think that you have to kind of do like after you've already established. I don't think you can jump straight into that. That would have been dope.
You can do whatever you want.
That would have been a lot of fun. Well, you need Flash Thompson for that.
You could have just made it Eddie Brock. People wouldn't
Flash
care.
Thompson. I want that little Indian boy they got in Homecoming.
Picture that. Picture if they did do a Venom crossover and they made their own, and that guy became Venom.
Hey, I'd be totally fine with that.
Penis Parker.
I like that actor. That actor's really good.
You think he'll be better in Far From Home? The same.
Hopefully. He'll be the same character. I mean, he's gonna be a little shithead.
We got to continue this trend of talking about Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Oh God. What more Keanu Reeves news do we have?
Have you heard that apparently Kevin Feige talks to him about every Marvel movie they make about him wanting a role?
And there was also, I heard something that like one of the Marvel writers or whatever wanted him to be Moon Knight, which I'm totally against.
There's a petition for 3 characters that people want him to play. Moon Knight was one.
Don't make him Moon Knight.
What about Adam Warlock? How do you feel about that?
He's too old to be Adam Warlock.
You don't like Adam Warlock?
And he also no Adam Warlock for one needs to be jacked out of his mind. Keanu Reeves can't get jacked, especially at his age, and he needs to be a good actor, and he needs to be blonde. And Keanu Reeves is none of those.
He could get a little buffer, and he could dye his hair.
A little bit buffer.
He'll be fine.
He's not gonna get get Zac Efron. Put Zac Efron
CG
on a wig. No. What's the other character?
And the last one's Silver Surfer.
I could see him being Silver Surfer. As much as I would love for them to just bring Doug Jones back, Keanu Reeves could honestly he wouldn't have to act all that much because he would just be like a solemn, somber, like, hey, I'm the Silver Surfer.
Like the Silver Surfer from the Fantastic Four 2 or whatever.
Yeah, just, like that's Silver Surfer. Just have him be that, and I think he'd be fine with that.
I don't know.
Put him in a mocap suit and just have him.
Would they use him a lot though if he was Silver Surfer?
I mean, give him his own movie. Yeah, Silver Surfer's an interesting character. I like Silver Surfer a lot. I
would love a Silver Surfer movie. That'd be amazing.
You could do like artsy fartsy like space stuff.
If they did that, would they bring in Galactus though? Because Silver Surfer is very.
I mean, Galactus is that'd probably be how they would bring in Galactus.
Let's bring in Shaq. Where's he at?
Shaq as Galactus.
He could just be the voice. He doesn't have to be the body.
Well, I mean, if they did that, they wouldn't have to CG him because he's already like 1,000,000 feet tall. So
he's only 7'1" or 2.
Only 7. You say that like it's normal.
It is.
That's not normal
for giants.
It's normal for giants. Yeah, he's still a fucking giant.
Speaking of big actors wanting to be in the MCU, have you heard of The Rock? The Rock.
I've heard The Rock has had conversations, which just furthers my theory that we are never seeing him as Black Adam. Even though he keeps talking about Black Adam, we're not seeing him as Black Adam.
I really don't think that will ever be a thing.
I don't think we'll see that either.
It's apparently reported that he is cast for Fantastic Four reboot.
Is this a rumor or is this official?
It's been reported, so it could be either one.
If he is, he's going to be the thing. That's obvious.
I've heard he's going to pull a Vin Diesel, though. He's not going to be actually on set. He's going to do voicing.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, it's a little... If he is going to be the thing, that's a little, on the nose. Because it's like you get a jacked man to play a giant jacked rock man. Also named The Rock. That's a little on the nose. I think he could have been someone else in the Marvel Universe.
I don't think his voice is deep enough.
They could
be honest.
Lower it. I mean, they do that with Vin Diesel's voice.
Because I'm just picturing the Moana guy.
Yeah, they'll lower it. I mean, they can use effects. They got all kinds of effects. They can whatever.
If he is the voice, would he be Ben Grimm when he's not?
That's what I'm wondering because I hope we don't see an origin, but I want to see if we do see some kind of flashback for Ben Grimm. Is it just going to be The Rock? Because that would bug the shit out of me if it was.
Because then he wouldn't really have gotten any bigger or anything.
Yeah, he would just be himself, just a rock now. And that's all right. Ben Grimm is kind of supposed to be, he's not supposed to be a small man, but he's not supposed to be a giant rock with super strength or anything.
I really hope it's not a origin story like you said. Because we've seen it twice now, and it doesn't work. Both times.
I don't think they will be. I think they'll pull a Homecoming and just be like, hey, they're here. You understand the Fantastic Four? It's here. Blah.
Well, if it's true from what we did last week about it being take place in the 60s, they could just pull them through time.
Yeah, whatever. Fine with that. Make a wacky 60s movie with the Fantastic Four.
Wacky 60s movie. And then I have a third big actor that says he'd be down to play in the MCU. Jason Momoa.
Oh, Jason. Yeah, he said he wanted to play Wolverine, didn't he?
Yeah, he said he'd be down to play Wolverine.
Which I'm tired of these actors swapping universes. Pick a universe and stick to it. He's
probably getting fired as Aquaman because they're rebooting the DC.
They said they were doing Aquaman too.
Well, after that.
Well, yeah, maybe after that. But Jason Momoa is too attractive to play Wolverine, and he's probably too tall. How tall is Jason Momoa?
He's 6'4" or 6'5".
Yeah, stop that. I want a short little hairy man to play Wolverine because that's what Wolverine is. As much as I love Hugh Jackman, Wolverine is a short little hairy man.
I don't think Jason Momoa could pull off the beast that Hugh Jackman did.
No, he's too likable. He needs to be kind of scary.
If he just yelled into the camera, I would just laugh because it wouldn't be menacing at all.
Yeah, he's too likable. He's too much like The Rock. I want a scary that's why I wanted Tom Hardy to be Wolverine because Tom Hardy could just look at you and you'd shit yourself.
Well, he's Venom now.
And that sucks. I hate that Tom Hardy made that decision.
He might be Venom in the MCU now too. Who knows?
I don't want that. Maybe they could do like a DC like Crisis on Infinite Earths thing and like fuck up the timeline to where maybe Eddie Brock was born as Wolverine.
What?
Boom,
So he's still Eddie Brock, but he's now Wolverine?
No, he just looks like Eddie Brock, but he's Wolverine. He was born a little Canadian boy.
They cloned Eddie Brock and he became Wolverine.
Ooh, I'd totally be fine with that. Anything to get Tom Hardy in the role. I don't care. I don't care how dumb it is.
I got another thing on Jason Momoa, actually. I think you saw this the other day, too, because I saw it on your Snapchat or something. He loves the idea of a Twins remake with Peter Dinklage.
I hate this. I hate this so much. Twins, have you seen Twins?
No, I haven't.
Twins is awesome.
Isn't it with Arnold Schwarzenegger and
Danny DeVito? Yeah. It's such like a dumb, like silly, fun, like buddy comedy, like road trip movie with Schwarzenegger and DeVito, and it's so much fun. And they were working on like, it was announced that they were doing a sequel to it called Triplets, and it was going to have Eddie Murphy in it. And like that sounds amazing. I want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, and Eddie Murphy as brothers, just like doing silly shit in their like old age. That'd be hilarious. I don't want this. I like Peter Dinklage and I like Jason Momoa, but I don't want that.
I would totally watch it though.
I wouldn't.
If they did it, I would totally watch it.
I wouldn't. And also Jason Momoa, like the thing that made Twins funny was the fact that you have an Austrian giant and you have this little tiny like Italian man who are supposedly like supposed to be brothers. Like that's kind of the joke of the movie. Like Jason Momoa, I know he's like Hawaiian or whatever, but like they're both just kind of white. And it's like, that's not like too far-fetched. Like, you just have a short little brother. Like, that's not super, like, what's the joke?
What would you do if they did Triplets and they did Jason Momoa, Peter Dinklage, and Eddie Murphy?
I mean, that'd be pretty funny.
That would be pretty funny.
But I want Arnold in there somewhere, and I want Danny DeVito.
Arnold's too old. He's like 80.
He doesn't have to do anything physical. Just have them in their old age just being like shitheads.
No, just throw Arnold in there with Jason Momoa and Peter Dinklage. It's like, why are you so old compared to the rest?
Yes, that could be fun. That could be pretty funny. Don't call it twins, though.
Triplets. Quadruplets.
Quadruplets.
And throw Eddie Murphy in there.
Get Kevin Hart.
No, I'm tired of Kevin Hart being in movies. Even though I've heard what was that movie? The Upside?
That was okay.
I've heard that was good.
It was okay.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters. My mom wanted to see it.
Oh. Was it like, should I watch it? Is it?
I mean, good? It was like a nice little heartfelt, like tug at your heart.
Are they gay? Movie. Or one of them?
No,
gay?
They're not gay. What are you talking about?
I thought one of them was gay.
No, one of them is paralyzed, and Kevin Hart.
Cranston was gay.
No, he's a man. He's just paralyzed.
What does that mean? Does that mean you can't be a man if you're gay? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that. Are you?
That's
saying
what you just said.
No, he's a man who's paralyzed.
You said no, he's not gay. He's a man. That's what you said.
I put a gap in between my sentence.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't saying that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. I mean, I saw it at work the other day, so I could totally buy it, but I don't know if I should.
It was a nice little movie. See when it comes on Netflix.
I doubt it'll be on Netflix.
It might. I don't know. I mean, it's out on Blu-ray. It might be on Netflix.
Do you have any more Marvel stuff you want to talk about?
I think I do. Oh, did you see that that like tease that Marvel put on their Twitter that had like the 4 and the Spider-Man?
Oh yeah.
Thing. I remember sitting on Instagram, I think when we filmed the last episode, and I saw that like right before we shot, and everyone was losing their minds. There were so many articles.
People are like, Sam Raimi, Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, we're gonna get like a comic version of Spider-Man 4. Oh my god, blah blah blah. And then like 2 days later, they had like they were doing a countdown.
Yeah. And
they put out a video on the last day, and it was just like, oh hey, J.J. Abrams writing a Spider-Man comic. And like that's it. That's all they were counting. So they built up all this hype for nothing.
Well, I remember when the 3 came on, everybody was like, "Oh, Amazing Spider-Man 3, that's what's happening." It's like, what? Why would they go from 4 to 3?
Like, that's strange. I mean, I would be down for them to do, as much as I don't like the Sam Raimi movies, it would be kind of neat to see like a comic, like graphic novel adaptation of what he wanted to do. I think that'd be kind of neat.
I mean, I've heard he wanted to start out with Mysterio. So, I mean...
Yeah, he did. That movie was originally supposed to start with him like, taking in Mysterio or whatever.
And Mysterio was supposed to be that guy that's in all 3 of the movies. I forget his name.
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, he's like the butler and stuff and all that. That would have been
awesome.
That would have been cool to see.
Do it. This is like I want DC to kind of do that with the animated stuff, where it's like give me a third Michael Keaton movie, but just make it animated. Like I'd be totally fine with that. I think Marvel should probably start doing that stuff, where it's like bring back Wesley Snipes, do a Blade 4, make it animated, do Spider-Man 4 animated. Like I don't understand why they don't do that.
People wouldn't get it.
Dude, if they say, hey, we're making a Spider-Man 4 animated movie, that'll be the best-selling animated movie of all time. All right? People will go nuts for that.
Do you think we'll ever get like a live-action Spider-Verse with Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and
recently Tom Holland said he wanted to do it.
Yeah, but that he could say that all he wants. Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
I mean, I don't know. They are definitely introducing the multiverse, or they're at least gonna get into more multiverse stuff. And after the success of Spider-Verse, I could see it. I don't know if we'll get like a separate movie for it, or if we'll just get like in the Spider-Verse sequel, if we'll just see them 3 like together. I'd be fine with that.
That'd be actually that'd be a smart way to do it.
Instead
of doing live action.
They said they were gonna do that in the first movie, but they wanted to like tone it back a little bit because they said that was too much. So.
They are making a second, right?
Yeah, it was announced that they're doing a second, and they're doing like a female spinoff too, which is.
I was gonna say they better because that first one made a butt ton of money.
I don't know. I kind of wish it was just a movie that came out that was great.
I mean, if they do make a second, you can always just say, "Oh, there was only one." I don't care.
I mean, yeah, but then there isn't.
Well, if the second one's better,
it won't be. Because the first one came out of nowhere and shocked the hell out of everyone. The second one, there's no way it's gonna beat the first one. There's just no way.
It was amazing. It's still not the best Spider-Man movie in my opinion. In yours it is, but in mine it's not.
You're an idiot.
No, Homecoming's still the best. Far From Home could beat that. You never know.
I don't think that. I don't think it will. I have some TV news.
All right.
Apparently, I guess it's sort of TV news. Apparently, thousands petition Netflix to cancel Good Omens, even though it's on Amazon Prime.
What is Good Omens? I don't even ever heard of that.
The show with David Tennant. It's like this. It's like Angel. It's like an angel versus a demon, but they're kind of like buddies, and they gotta like do shit.
The whole show on there.
It looks really good. Yeah, it looks good. But like, apparently, people are like, "Oh, it's religious and blah."
And people are saying to take it off take it off Netflix, even though it's not even on Netflix.
Yeah, because people are stupid.
What? Come on, people! At least get the right streaming service.
Because it's a streaming service. It's just Netflix.
I mean, Amazon Prime doesn't have the best record for shows, anyway.
I mean,
well, didn't they make The Tick or something like that?
They did. Don't talk shit about The Tick.
It's shit.
I haven't seen the new Tick. I've seen the animated show and the first live action show, and those were good. Don't talk shit about The Tick.
But you haven't seen the new one.
I haven't seen the new one. I heard it was pretty solid.
Is that all you have to say about The Good Omen?
Yeah.
That's
all the TV news I have.
You just wanted to say that?
I just wanted to throw that out there.
Just want to let everybody know that you're retarded if you're petitioning for Netflix.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Do you have any DC stuff, or do you want me to jump straight into? I
actually have this. Stuff? This isn't really related to Marvel, but it is at the same time. And I just thought it was cool. You know Adam Savage from Mythbusters?
Yeah.
Yeah. He built his own Iron Man suit. Did you see that?
Is it like a real suit?
Yeah, he replicated the Mark II suit from the MCU. The one that's not painted, the silver one. Yeah.
The badass looking one that I wish
he replicated it, and then he put it on a jetpack. And he was able to actually fly it.
Dude, like, I kind of regret, like, not getting good grades in school because I want to do this.
Because he made it out of titanium, so it's super heavy.
I want to be able to make, bulletproof. Like, cool, like, science shit like this. Like, that's awesome.
I saw a video of it on YouTube. It can't fly very high because it's super heavy, but it can fly.
Can it shoot stuff, like, out of its hands?
No, because its hands are also part of the flying thing, so it can't. Can't shoot.
That sucks.
Plus, I don't know if it's
Adam Savage.
I don't know if it's legal for him to put guns on a suit like that.
Well, no, it's not. Iron Man was a vigilante. That's the whole point.
But I think that's pretty cool. That's dope.
That is pretty cool. That's pretty badass.
It looks dope, but the guy who wore it, because Adam Savage didn't wear it. I mean, he put on the suit, but he wasn't able to fly because he was like, I'm not specialized to do this. The guy who wore it said the shins are all fucked up because they replicated it from the movie, but the shins curve inwards, and apparently he's like, that is not how the human body is. So I don't know how the movie did that. And I don't
It's a
think
movie.
I was gonna say I don't think in the movie Robert Downey Jr. wore the bottom half. Anyways,
He did for the first movie. The first movie he was in a full suit, and then after that they were just like, "Nah, we don't need this."
I just thought it was cool. I just wanted.
But it's also a movie, and it has special effects in it.
Plus, the suit probably isn't metal. It's probably plastic.
It's a plastic suit, yeah.
Whereas his was actually metal.
Yeah.
So it didn't have the give.
It was like the critically acclaimed DC film Steel, where Shaq was supposed to be in a metal suit, but you could see the plastic mask like bending every time he talked. And it was
I
really
just
funny.
like to think that he's just bulletproof. Like that's just
Who, Shaq?
Yeah.
I mean, he probably is. Have you ever shot him?
He was just wearing the suit just cause, but he's
well, in the context of the movie, he had to because he was playing the character Steel, who wears a suit.
It is a great movie, by the way. It's the best Steel movie ever made.
The only Steel movie ever made. The
That's
best
why that's
Black
why
Superman movie ever made.
No, I put Hancock above.
But he's not actually Superman. Steel was Superman.
He is Black Superman.
No, he's just Will Smith.
I mean, once Hobbs and Shaw comes out,
well, that'll definitely be the best Black Superman movie.
Idris Elba will always be the best Black Superman.
He really is Black Superman.
I can't wait for that movie.
That movie's gonna be so. That's gonna be the best movie of the year. I don't care how bad it is. That automatically, that's gonna be the best movie of the year.
It's gonna be better than Joker.
Yeah,
really.
This is gonna be the best movie ever made.
Joker was confirmed to be rated R. Did you see that?
I saw this. Good. Not that it necessarily needs to be, but I want it to be.
What do you think it's rated R for? Violence?
I think it's gonna be like really dark and fucked up. I think that's why.
I've seen from the trailer, he looks just creepy in general.
He does. Joaquin Phoenix is a creepy person. If you ever have you ever seen The Master?
No.
Starring Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
There's a couple scenes in there where he loses his goddamn mind, and he's terrifying. Like there's one scene where he's like taking pictures of people and he's like trying to fix this dude's tie, and then he just starts like choking him with it, and it's insane.
Holy hell.
and he does it like so like he doesn't like get like violent or like over the top with it. He just starts fixing it and then just suddenly just starts like choking him, and it's like it's unsettling.
Will Joaquin Phoenix be the best Joker, you think? Based on what you've seen so far.
To me, maybe. I also like Jared Leto's Joker, and everyone I know hates every Joker except Heath Ledger because Heath Ledger is, whatever.
I still say Mark Hamill's the best Joker.
Well, I mean he is, but nobody people who say Heath Ledger is the best have never seen the animated series, so they don't know. But I think Joaquin Phoenix has potential to be the best Joker, regardless of what anyone else thinks. I think he has the potential to be the best Joker.
Mark Hamill, still the best.
I mean, he's the best. He uses that voice for fucking everything, though, which pisses me off.
Like, I still think Mark Hamill should be Doc Ock in the MCU.
I don't want that.
I do.
Everyone wants that. That would bug the shit out of me. I don't want that.
Why? Oh, look, it's Luke Skywalker.
No, because that, and also because he would be doing his Joker voice. That's the only voice he ever does.
What if he just did his normal voice?
Because when he plays villains, that's the only voice he does. When he plays the trickster on Flash, he does the Joker voice. And he's playing Chucky in the new Chucky movie. He's just kind of doing his Joker voice.
He's Chucky?
Yeah, he's Chucky.
In Child's Play? That Child's
Play?
That movie looks
the Child's Play reboot.
The third reboot they've done.
And nobody needed or wanted.
I do have one other DC news. And
Shoot.
It's kind of about Batman, but not really. Ruby Rose Batwoman will premiere in October.
Cool.
You're gonna watch it? I know you will.
I mean, I'm gonna have to at some point. But it looks so. I don't know. I didn't like Arrow. All the other CW shows look really goofy and dumb. I don't like Ruby Rose at all. I think the best thing John Wick 2 did was make her deaf in the movie, so she wouldn't have to act. That's the best thing that movie did.
Okay, we want Ruby Rose, but we don't want Ruby Rose.
We want Ruby Rose, but we don't want her to say anything.
We just want to look at her.
Because there's no reason in that movie that character needed to be deaf, but they did it.
Maybe they did. Maybe they tried it with her talking.
They were like, this is not working. Just do sign language, please.
We can't recast. It's too late in production.
Yeah.
Let's just do sign language.
I mean, I really like Batwoman. I think she's a really interesting character, and they could do some really cool stuff. If Batman's not in the show, that's a huge missed opportunity. Apparently, he's not going to be in the show, even though they've shown the Batsuit.
Have you seen Ruby Rose's suit?
I've seen what her suit looks like. Yeah, and it looks dope.
I was gonna say, how do you feel? But I think it looks amazing.
It looks for the CW universe, which doesn't really have the best suits in my opinion. It actually looks like really good. It looks pretty solid.
Depending on how long it is, I might check this out.
I think it'll probably. I don't know how long the other CW shows are. It'll probably be like 35 minutes, like a normal show should be. I'm not gonna watch it when it airs because.
Oh no, I'm gonna wait till it's over.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like 7 seasons like the Arrow is.
Oh, it will be. Trust me.
The Arrow's canceled now, though, right? It's done.
It didn't get canceled. They ended it.
Yeah.
And it's got 8 seasons.
Is Ruby Rose is in one of the other shows, right?
I think she had a cameo in Legends of Tomorrow, setting up for Batwoman.
But she wasn't actually Batwoman yet, or something.
No, I think she was. I think she was in the suit. I don't know. I don't watch Legends of Tomorrow. I heard it's not good, but I think she was. She did like cameo in something else to kind of spin off this show, to set up for the show.
All right, then. You got any DC stuff you want to talk about? That was the only thing I got.
I don't have any DC stuff.
You don't have any DC news?
I don't have any DC news. I know that's surprising. They were going to give Batman. Apparently, Batman's getting a Hollywood star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. For
Batman, the fictional person, Batman.
Yeah,
getting the Hollywood star. You can do that now. You can just give.
I guess give fucking Rambo one. I guess I don't know.
Where's the Terminators?
Yeah, where's Arnold? Arnold.
I was gonna say, if the Terminator gets one, does Arnold have one?
Probably not.
I would say Arnold would have 2 then, technically.
Well, it wouldn't be him. It would be the T-800 that would have.
Yeah, but he played the T-800, so.
But that's not him, though. That's the T-800.
But he played him.
But it's not. Arnold Schwarzenegger is not actually a robot in real life.
I don't believe that for a second. Have you heard him talk? He speaks like a robot.
He's from Austria. That's how they talk.
Yeah. And then he can lift like.
You're saying all Austrians are robots?
No, just Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Just him? Why him?
Have you seen him?
Did you see that video of him, of that dude who like drop kicked him like in the back and he didn't move at all?
Exactly. He is.
That was so badass. That's the most bad. And Arnold Schwarzenegger's like 78. Like it's badass.
And he could probably lift me and you off the ground with.
Oh, for sure. He's still jacked out of his mind.
I know.
Stallone is jacked too. He posted like a photo like not too long ago, and he's ripped like a motherfucker. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're like 80.
How do they stay this fit when
they've just been doing it for so long? Their bodies are just like that now.
I fully expect The Rock to just never digress. Like he's always going to be that big.
He's gonna have a heart attack one of these days.
He's gonna be eating his chicken.
He's gonna be okay. He has the best cheat days, dude. He'll go on a cheat day and just eat like 7 pizzas, and I'm like, that's insane.
During the week, he only eats chicken. He doesn't eat anything else
besides
chicken. And then on his cheat day, he eats whatever the fuck you want.
He'll eat like a big thing of pancakes and like 7 pizzas and like 1,000,000 cookies. And I'm like, dude, I want your life.
I want to look like you and be able to eat like
I want to look like you and just eat 7 pizzas. I don't want to do any of the work. I just want to look like you and eat 7 pizzas a day.
I think we just got on a little tangent there talking about how we want to be The Rock.
We did. It's good for the podcast, though.
I mean, that's good. Yeah, it's good.
It's entertaining.
You got any other news you want to talk about?
I have movie news.
I was gonna say I have a bunch of movie news that's not related to Marvel or DC.
I've got 2 pieces of movie news.
All right, hit me with them.
Apparently, you know the most recent Halloween movie that came out that was just called Halloween. That's even though it's a sequel to the original Halloween.
The 2018 Halloween. Yeah.
Apparently, that is getting a sequel in 2020.
Was it any good? Because I didn't see it.
I heard it was good. I don't care about it because I think the first Halloween is kind of like a masterpiece.
And there's like left it alone. 8 Halloween movies.
Yeah, but like I think just the first one is great. Just like leave it alone. It's great. Just long.
It is great. I love how he
need any sequels or anything
around in the background of the whole movie.
Yeah, and there's no motive for anything he does in that movie. And then the sequels start like adding like all this lore and like he's like a demon or whatever. And it's just like, all right, like you ruined something great.
Just let him be a creepy dude who just murders people.
Yeah, that's far scarier. But I heard this pseudo reboot sequel was good, and apparently this one they're calling it Halloween 2 right now, which pisses me off because this would technically be Halloween 3 because the last Halloween movie was Halloween 2 technically.
I was gonna say, wasn't the reboot technically a sequel to the first one?
Yeah, it was. That should have been called Halloween 2 because it's ignoring all the other sequels and it's just a sequel to the first one. But whatever.
I think they should just keep calling them Halloween and adding an E every time there's a new
Halloween. Make 15 of them. Halloween.
That's what I think they should do.
That would be. I would love that.
Which
I
one
would
is
see
it?
those movies just for that.
Let me count the E's. Hold on.
Well, it was 15. Who gives a shit? Who cares?
Picture a collector who loves Halloween movies, and they have to like organize.
I've got Halloween.
That'd be amazing. That's
I
how
would
you.
see those movies just for that. If
That's how
they
you make
started doing that as like a marketing thing, that's genius. Do that.
Because it just sounds so goofy for a horror movie.
Yeah, and I mean horror movies like these are goofy anyway. Like just accept it and move on.
Like Aliens is the best sequel to a horror movie title wise, because they just added an S to the first.
Yeah,
The first one's
Aliens.
called Alien. And
Call
Alien.
this one Halloweens.
Halloweenies.
It's been multiple Halloweens
Halloweenies.
with Michael Myers. Halloweens or the next Halloween or whatever. Like
I was saying Halloweenies. Like-
Halloweenies. I think that's already a thing.
Is it a spoof? Is that a spoof?
I don't know, but that name sounds familiar.
Maybe that.
Just
I'm
call
not
it.
gonna say it,
Just
but I was
call
like-
it Michael Myers the Spookmaster.
I wasn't gonna say this, but that sounds like a porno. Halloweenies.
It probably is. Look it up. Google it.
No, I'm not Googling that. That was,
You said it.
but you thought it.
I didn't think it. You said the porn thing.
what was the other thing you got something else you were gonna talk about?
The Kingsman movie prequel has a title.
I heard about this.
Do you know what the title is?
No, but I've heard about it.
The title for Kingsman: The Secret Service, the prequel movie, is just going to be called The King's Man, which is really stupid. I hate it. So much.
That is awful. Who was marketing this? Who made
I
that?
have no idea. I think Matthew Vaughn is directing this. I think,
But he didn't market it. He didn't. I mean,
he came up with the name. I guess it's a bad name.
I don't know what I'd make it, but it wouldn't be that. That's
Call it something else. It's a prequel. Who gives a shit? Call it, or just call it, because the first movie's not just called Kingsman. It's called Kingsman: The Secret Service. Just call it Kingsman: The Beginnings or something. Like, who gives a shit?
just call it The King or something. I don't
Return
know.
of the King, Lord of the Rings.
Return of the King, the sequel.
The sequel. That's the title.
Or they should just call it Kingsman, the prequel.
Kingsman, yeah, Kingsman the prequel. Kingsman the Colin Firth as a baby. Like, just do that.
Is that one? Yeah, I was gonna say, is that one dude gonna be in it? Eldred.
I don't think so. I think this is like before. I think this is like the origins of the Kingsman. Like,
But you could have him show up as like a little kid or something.
I'm sure they'll have some reference. They'll be like, "Hey, sir, can I have some tea?"
Is this going to be a new cinematic universe? Is this what they're?
Well, I know Matthew Vaughn originally, like before he made the first Kingsman movie, was like, "I want to do like 15." So possibly, he had like 5 or 6 planned.
It's the 4th cinematic universe that is actually
Another goddamn cinematic universe.
How many times do people have to do this and realize that they don't work? Just
At least like 7 more times.
at least 7 more. There's only like 3 that are working right now. It's the MCU, the Fast and Furious franchise, and the Monster Universe.
And the DCEU.
That's not working. They are
Shut your mouth.
shutting that shit down.
Shut your mouth.
Shut it down. Is that it? Is that what you got?
That's all the movie news I got.
This isn't movie news, but it could lead into movie news, so I'm just letting you know. The person who wrote The Hunger Games is making a prequel book set 64 years before the original the first one.
Why?
Because money.
Didn't they kind of do this? Didn't J.K. Rowling kind of do this with Harry Potter, where it was like
She's
the
making
movies ended and she's like, I want to do more, and then those will probably become movies like 10 years from now.
I think J.K. Rowling is making another Harry Potter book, like after the 8th one or whatever.
Yeah, isn't that what she's doing?
Yeah. So I don't know if they're gonna bring back, if they do make a movie out of it, would they bring back what's his face? I forget. I can't. What's his name?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe.
Probably, they probably bring back the whole cast, bro.
Because like I heard the book is supposed to take place when he's like an adult and he's like
and they have that play which is like a sequel to the movies technically.
But yeah, this takes place 64 years before Katniss Everdeen ever volunteered. So if they did make another Hunger Games movie, Jennifer Lawrence does not have to be in it.
Good. Not that I care because I don't like those movies, but good.
I don't know the timeline of a Hunger Games, but it sounds like this is lined up to be the first Hunger Games or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know the timeline either.
And Woody Harrelson's in it.
He's in the prequel?
No, he's
Oh,
in the
I was
original.
about to say, if he's in the prequel, I'm gonna go see it.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense if he was in it because it's 64 years before that.
Woody
Is
Harrelson
he
looks like
70
he's
in
64.
the original one?
Woody Harrelson looks 64.
Yeah, so he'd be 0 in this movie. So he'd be
We'll make him 80 years old. He looks 80.
have a kid be born and be like, "This is Woody Harrelson,"
This is Haymitch with.
and then they CGI Woody Harrelson's face onto the baby.
Oh my god! That'd be the ugliest baby in the world.
They pull a Twilight.
Oh my god!
We should make movies. We're geniuses.
No, I don't ever want you to come up with any idea like that ever again. That was horrifying.
Can you picture it in your head? A little.
I can't. The second you said it, it just a little baby with Woody Harrelson's like dumb face on it. I was like, that's horrifying.
Woody Harrelson from War from Planet of the Apes, the bald, shaving his head.
No, I was thinking Woody Harrelson from 2012.
Eating a pickle
in the just woods? Like a homeless man in the woods. Yeah,
that's the best Woody Harrelson.
Because that's Woody Harrelson.
I was gonna say that's the best Woody Harrelson because that is Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, that wasn't a character. That was just him.
Have you heard of Spielberg's West Side Story remake? I
heard about this a while ago. I don't understand this because he did the original, and I guess he's remaking this one.
It's set to come out December of next year, and it'll be produced by Disney.
Is it going to be like a serious take on West Side Story, or is it just going to be as goofy as the original? Because that would be awesome if it was like just as goofy. I think because that would be amazing.
I haven't heard much, but I've heard they started filming for it. So,
but see, here's the thing that I'm wondering though: is that ever since Spielberg, like, is this movie going to be like a big like CG wonderland? Because Spielberg's been like super obsessed with that the last like decade, where he's just like everything's got to be huge in CG. He
made BFG. He made Ready Player One, which is all CG stuff,
which was awful.
It was okay.
His movie was terrible. I wanted to punch my TV screen.
What else has he made that's a lot of CG? I know those two.
Jurassic Park.
That's not a lot of CG.
There's CG in the movie, though.
Not the whole movie.
Didn't he do 2 and 3 as well?
Yes.
There's CG in those.
I don't know if he did 3. I know for sure he did the second one.
He probably did 3 because it sucked.
The first one's amazing. The first one's a classic.
The first one's great, but the other ones suck.
Perfect segue into some Jurassic Park news. I've told you this. I think you already know. But Jurassic World 3 will have the original cast: Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum.
Oh yeah. So Jeff Goldblum's getting more screen time, hopefully, than he was in the second.
They'll probably kill them all off.
Yeah, probably, because that's the thing they do now in movies. Hey! All these people we wanted to see come back. Oh, they're just dead now. Because fuck you.
I hope Sam Neill is just like, you're an idiot. Just like, why did you do this?
Yeah, I mean, because I hope all 3 of them just hate Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard because they were fucking idiots. You let dinosaurs out to just roam the world. You know how many deaths
the little baby chick did.
They didn't stop her.
My big issue is
the adult.
When she opened the door, is there not a button to close the door? I'm just saying.
No.
Like they could have just closed the door after she opened it.
Her hand was on that button. Once you it would come back up and then you just hit it again and it would shut.
Exactly. So how come they couldn't just close the door and be like, no, this doesn't happen?
Because it's nature. You don't want to interfere with nature, even though there's giant killer dinosaurs that are probably just murdering people.
And then they could have said just fuck you, kid, and thrown her in there with it.
What would happen if you shot like a rocket at a T-Rex?
It'd probably explode.
Why don't we just bomb all these goddamn dinosaurs then?
I don't know, because they're loose on the world, I guess. I don't know.
It's not hard. Hey, there's a big T-Rex over there. Let's shoot it in the face. Like, just kill it. It's not the giant dinosaurs.
That's my issue with Jurassic World 3 is how is this going to be an issue? Because we have guns and missiles.
I think it's going to be like a protest thing, and they're going to have some social commentary where it's like, oh, they're animals and they have lives. And blah, blah,
they're
blah.
extinct animals. They're extinct for a reason.
But they're animals.
Their time.
But they're animals.
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to Jurassic World 3 after the second one.
Yeah, the second one's really bad.
Don't let me rant about it, but it's the worst Jurassic Park.
You can rant about it all you want.
Fight me on it. If anybody wants to disagree with me,
I don't think anybody's going to disagree with you. I think everyone.
I've heard a lot of people still say the third one is the worst, and no.
The third one's pretty bad.
It is. A dinosaur.
It's not Jurassic World 2 though.
Jurassic World 2 turned into an action movie with Vin Diesel in it. That's what it turned into.
Yeah, Chris Pratt just like drop kicking people in like a corridor.
When have you ever seen a Jurassic Park movie where somebody does that?
Didn't Jeff Goldblum do like a spin kick and like hit a raptor in the face on one of them? Or whatever?
If that happened.
Oh no, that was his daughter.
Oh yeah,
His daughter did like gymnastics. His black daughter did gymnastics and like kicked the T-Rex in the face.
she kicked a raptor. Not a
Raptor. Oh, she kicked the
big
dinosaur.
difference. It's a big difference.
I'm more scared of T-Rexes than I am of a raptor.
And like, what the fuck in Jurassic World 2 is that one dumbass who collects the teeth? What
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck what was he
Ted
doing?
Levine or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, I gotta get all these teeth. Someone put these teeth in the basket.
like he got into the cage with
That was
the
a Silence
killer.
of the Lambs reference.
Yeah, he got in the cage with the killer raptor thing that they made, and was like, "This is a great idea to just get in the cage."
He was a stereotypical movie villain. That's why.
I'm sorry, I ranted there for a minute.
That's fine. Hey,
I'm done.
if you want to rant about anything, this is the perfect place to do it.
I know, but I'm not. I can't. I could rant about it for probably like 2 hours. I could rant about every scene in that movie and just be like, why are you in that movie, Wade?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you.
If anybody doesn't know, Wade was in that movie.
I'm in that movie.
He plays the black guy that screams a lot.
I was also in Detective Pikachu. I still haven't been paid for that though.
Apparently, you're really bad in that too. I've heard.
I am.
What are you doing with your life? You get cast in these big movies and you do terrible.
I wanted to work with a CGI Ryan Reynolds.
Did you actually meet Ryan Reynolds? Was he on set?
He was on set for a day, and I met him.
Does he do the
mocap?
Like,
oh man, you're Ryan Reynolds. Does he do what?
Mocap?
No, of course not. Danny DeVito did the mocap.
Oh, and I thought they could have pulled a Benedict Cucumber and had him lay on the floor.
Ryan Reynolds isn't that short.
He laid on the floor.
No, that would look retarded.
But Benedict Cucumber did it for the dragon.
Yeah, and guess what? It looked retarded.
Yeah, on set.
Exactly. So that's why they don't do that.
I forgot to talk about this when we were talking about DC stuff. Did you see Zack Snyder's released Dark Side image?
I did.
Snyder
I
Cut?
posted it on Snapchat. I don't know if you saw it.
How do you feel?
Oh my god, dude. What the fuck happened to Justice League? Who decided to turn Justice League into what it is?
Because isn't that picture in the movie, but they switched Darkseid out with
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf, yeah.
Whose decision? I want to find this person, and I'm going to shit in their cornflakes, because this looks awesome.
It was probably, what's that dude's name? Josh Whedon. It's probably him.
He didn't say, hey, we need to fit. They just brought him in.
Yeah, but he probably changed all that shit.
I mean, yeah, I definitely blame Joss Whedon a little bit, but like, Justice League could have been. I'm so sick of people saying, "Oh, Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman suck." Y'all suck, because Justice League was going to be amazing, okay? And then it got fucked with and tampered with, and now it's just whatever. Like, this could have been amazing.
I agree. I would have loved to see Zack Snyder's version of the Justice League.
He wanted to do a trilogy.
I know he did.
And it would have been incredible.
Spoilers, that's in our segment that's coming up, just so you know. So
oh, shit.
Don't rant about it too much now. You can rant about it later.
Okay.
But yeah, that image looks dope. I wish we could have seen.
I mean, it just furthers my, theory that the Snyder Cut actually exists.
That's what everybody's been saying. Like, bullshit, the Snyder Cut doesn't.
Zack Snyder said it. There's a video of him saying, I have a cut, it exists. Like, it's done. Like, it's not like a theory anymore. He's confirmed it. But everyone's still like, no, it doesn't exist. And I'm like, y'all are dumb.
It would have been dope to see, but
it would have been incredible. I probably, that would have been like my favorite movie ever made.
I mean, you got BVS, I guess, because you love that movie, even though
I do love Batman vs Superman.
I have issues with that movie.
I have issues with it too. It's not perfect, but it's
never gonna finish that analysis you're doing on that movie.
No, I'm working on a Justice League re-edit.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Are you still working on that?
I am. It's. I've never re-edited a whole movie before, Devin.
So you've been working on that for a year. That movie's been out for almost 2 years now.
A year. Been working on it for like a few months.
Justice League 2 was supposed to be in theaters, like right
yeah. I saw that post where someone was like, "Hey, today's the day that Justice League 2 is supposed to come out," and I wanted to kill myself.
I was gonna say, did it make you depressed?
Yeah, a little bit.
Could have saw some more Ben Affleck. Could have saw some more Henry.
Could have saw some more of the best Batman. Yeah, the best Superman.
All right, I got one more piece of news, movie related.
Shoot.
Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, and Klay Thompson will join LeBron James for Space Jam 2.
Who's Anthony Davis? Is this a basketball player?
He's the guy with the unibrow.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah. And then they'll have a couple of WNBA stars with them.
Has it been confirmed if Michael Jordan is going to show up in this at all?
No, it has not. I'm expecting him to fully show up, though, but you never know.
I hope he does. I want to see him.
Space Jam 2.
Is this going to be like a sequel or is this a reboot?
It's called Space Jam 2. I guess.
Oh, good. Is it going to be 2D animation, though?
I don't know. I have no clue because they haven't said any of that stuff. All I know is the cast. The main character is LeBron James. So
I want to see LeBron James as a cartoon.
Where's Kobe? How can they skip Kobe?
Kobe Bryant is a rapist, Devin.
He only raped his wife and maybe somebody else, but it was not confirmed.
I'm not going to get into that.
Let's not. But
I'm not going to get shit for saying that. You're definitely going to get some shit.
No.
He only raped his wife. That's still rape, Devin.
I mean, okay, there was nothing proven in court, so you can't prove
he raped somebody.
There's nothing proven in court.
He raped somebody and then won an Oscar.
He did.
Which is fascinating.
And then this isn't movie news, but I just think it's hilarious. Tom Cruise said he's down to fight Justin Bieber if he wants.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that tweet that Justin Bieber put out?
He was just kidding or whatever?
Yeah, he said he was, I'm just kidding. No, you weren't, you little bitch. Tom Cruise would have whooped your... Tom Cruise rode on the side of a helicopter. Tom Cruise climbed into a moving helicopter. Tom Cruise would have drop kicked his ass.
Tom Cruise jumped out of a moving airplane.
He did.
And filmed it.
And he filmed it and made millions off of it. Tom Cruise would have beat him up.
What have you done, little bitch ass Bieber? What have you done?
He's made some music.
What's he done nowadays? Nothing.
He's running like a crackhead.
If that ever happens, I bet you that would be the most watched fight in history.
I would pay for that. I would watch that.
Everybody would, because everybody knows Tom Cruise would win.
Tom Cruise. I would love to see, those like pre-show things where they have the fighters and they like talk shit to each other. I would love to see that with Tom Cruise because Tom Cruise would just be so nice about everything. He'd be like, "Oh man, I really love Justin Bieber and I love being here. All of this is just so great. It's so great. I love it."
I could totally see him putting his hand on his shoulders, be like, "You ready to get your ass whooped, kid?
Yeah. You ready to get beat up, kid?
Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Let's go. All right, let's go. I'm so happy.
All right, you ready to get in our segment for the week?
Is that all the news we got?
That's all the news. Unless you got something else you want to talk about.
I don't have anything.
No special rants about just life in general that you want to talk about?
Why does OJ have a Twitter?
Because OJ didn't do it.
He did do it, though. It was very obvious that he did.
It was very much. Didn't he get convicted of something else, though?
He didn't get convicted for that. He got arrested for stealing, because like during the trial, they like sold a bunch of his stuff, and he got arrested for trying to like steal that back from this store or whatever, and that's why he was in jail for all this time.
The glove didn't fit.
The glove must have quit.
Did not.
That was a good series. Anybody who hasn't seen The People vs. O.J. Simpson, watch it, because that was actually damn good.
I haven't seen it. I plan on watching it.
It's only like 8 episodes. You could knock it out.
It's only 8 episodes? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes. Jesus. I was expecting to be like...
You prefer 13?
No.
It's 8 episodes.
No other life rants you want to talk about?
That's it.
Before we get into our segment, we didn't talk about Toy Story 4 this week because when we're recording this, it hasn't come out yet. So
yeah, we're recording this on Friday.
Yeah. So
when does that come out? Does that come out next week?
It comes out tomorrow.
It was out Saturday?
Or it comes out today, actually. It comes out today.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
But I'm seeing it tomorrow.
You're seeing it tomorrow? All right. So next episode, we'll have a review for it.
Yeah. But you're seeing it tomorrow, too. You're going with me.
I'm not going to that movie.
There you are. I'll bribe you.
You can bribe me all you want. I'll just take the bribe and leave.
I'll give you candy.
I'll take the candy and leave.
But you only get candy after the movie.
I'll just leave.
So our segment of the week, I guess. I don't know if we're going to do something like this every week, but this week
we need a theme song. Dylan, where's the theme song?
Segment of the week. Cue the music.
Boop, 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 boop.
Boop. All right. Trilogies that will sadly never be finished. This is based off website Grudge or something. They made it. And we're just going to talk about these movies. The first one I already know is going to trigger you. Because
what is it?
Hellboy.
Oh! Hellboy 3 would have been amazing.
We got the reboot.
And the reboot sucked.
I know it did. You were so mad that movie was so bad.
The movie was so... I was actually kind of looking forward to the movie. because I was like, all right, they're going to do like kind of a different take with it and whatever. And it came out and I was like, this is awful.
What would you have wanted from a Hellboy 3? Anything specific?
I would have wanted a continuation because Hellboy 2 kind of ends on like a little bit of a cliffhanger. I just want a continuation. I want to see Hellboy be like a dad and like still trying to like be the goofy like asshole that he is. Just bring Guillermo del Toro back, bring Doug Jones back, bring Ron Perlman back. Don't know if they could bring Selma Blair back, but like bring the cast back. Just make a... I don't care if the movie has no plot. Just make a fun movie like the other two Hellboy movies.
Apparently, the reason I didn't get a third one is because the second one didn't make a lot of money.
It didn't, but at the same time, they would rather make a reboot that made no money than a sequel that might make a little bit of money.
I was gonna say the reboot was a disaster.
Reboot didn't make its money back. Like it bombed hard.
It literally bombed after the first weekend.
It did.
Made no money after.
But that was a huge mistake that they fucking made. I hope they learn their lesson, Lionsgate. Or whoever made it.
I think it's Universal.
Fuck you, Universal.
Yeah, what is Universal doesn't make anything good nowadays, anyways. Besides like Pacific Rim or whatever.
Incredible Hulk.
That's not good. It's not a good movie. You want to hear the second one?
Sure.
This one may not trigger you because it makes sense. They won't make another one of these. But The Amazing Spider-Man.
I mean, everyone knows that I like The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I really think that movie gets a lot more shit than I think it deserves. I think it gets more shit because it fell in the spot of where Spider-Man 4 was supposed to be. It really isn't a bad movie. Like, it's not. It's just a different take on Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 2, though, is noise, and it's bad.
I mean, they were planning a trilogy. They were planning a universe.
Yeah, they wanted to do, like, Sinister Six and stuff, too.
But after, Spider-Man 2 was a disaster.
Yeah. Which it wasn't really that much of a disaster, because it made money. It just didn't make as much as the last one, but it made its money back.
But the reviews weren't as good either. The reviews dropped, too, from the
yeah, that's true.
So everybody's like, oh, we're not doing a good job here, because I'm sure the third one was already planned. And they're
yeah, they had it planned out already.
Because I know at the end of the second one, they had all those villain teases like Doc Ock, and
I would have at least liked to see the third one just to see like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man again, because I like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I think he did a good job.
Have you ever seen the interviews with Andrew Garfield? And he's like,
he's depressed. Heartbroken. Yeah, because he loves Spider-Man. He was like, yo, this is the gig of a lifetime. Like, this is awesome. And then they were just like, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, he's just doing what he's told.
Like he was Ben Affleck before Ben Affleck was Batman. Like, he's just like sad and depressed about the whole thing. He doesn't want to talk about it anymore.
You think he would come back if somebody offered him?
Andrew Garfield? Fuck yeah. I would come back. I get to be Spider-Man again. Like, hell yeah.
I think he would, but I don't think Toby would. If somebody...
What is Tobey Maguire even doing nowadays?
He's probably retired and sitting on a lounge chair.
Retired? He's like in his 40s.
Yeah, he's an actor. He can retire whenever he wants.
Yes.
But yeah, we all know what happened with The Amazing Spider-Man. It turned into Spider-Man Homecoming, basically.
Yeah.
So there's that. This is one I saw that I totally think could get a third one eventually, but you never know. National Treasure.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did make a third one, because the first one's really good. I don't think I've ever seen the second one. I might have.
The second one is basically the same thing. He just steals.
Oh, well, then I've seen it then.
I'm about to steal the Declaration of Independence.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
I could totally see Nick Cage wanting to do a third one. Like,
do it now when he's like really old.
They could totally do it, because I mean, like, it's not like he does anything like super athletic in those movies.
No, he just runs around and he's like, I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence again, and then just
again.
I don't know why I sounded like Shaq when I did that.
They could do a 3 and a 4.
No, don't make 4. Just make 3.
They can make 7. They can make a cinematic.
Don't. The National Treasure Cinematic Universe.
I don't even know who owns National Treasure National Treasure.
I don't know. I don't know the studio behind it.
Probably Disney, if I had to guess.
I think it is Disney, actually. I think it was Jerry Bruckheimer who made those. I think you might be right. Get on it, Disney.
Yeah, you're making Avatar 7.
Where's the National Treasure?
Where's National Treasure 3?
Making 8 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Nobody gave a shit about Pirates of the Caribbean even when the first one came out.
I think 3 would have been fine for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. No, 1 would have been enough.
The next one is Tron.
Ooh, I love Tron.
Isn't it Tron and Tron Legacy? Isn't
Yep.
that what the one?
They've been there's been like every like year we get news about Tron 3, and then it just kind of like goes nowhere. Like it seems like they're trying to work on it, but they don't really know what they're gonna do with it.
I mean, how long was it in between the first Tron and the second one? Isn't it like
30 years.
20 or 30 years or something like that?
Yeah. So we gotta wait another 20 to 30 years for the third one.
Maybe. And then
Tron Legacy was really good. I like Tron Legacy. We saw that in the theater.
We did, and it's been a while since I've seen it, so I can't say it was really good.
It was beautiful.
But apparently the second one made around 400 million worldwide, so that's not bad.
How much was the budget?
Budget was estimated 150.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it did well.
It didn't do bad, so I mean you could totally make a third one. But they're making A Wrinkle in Time and stuff like that. People want to see that.
They want to see more Wrinkle in Time.
Apparently, because Disney owns Tron, right? That's who owns it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could have got Tron 3, but no, we got A Wrinkle in Time.
We're gonna have more Brie Larson rants about A Wrinkle in Time.
This one, I don't know if it needs a third one, but I would have liked to see it. Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass 2 was utter garbage. I saw Kick-Ass 2 for the first time like a year ago. It was so bad. But Kick-Ass 1 is like one of the best comic book movies ever made, in my opinion. I love the original Kick-Ass. I think it's great.
I don't know if you heard this, but we may be getting a Kick-Ass universe. Did you know that?
Yeah, isn't it like on Netflix or something?
Yeah, they're making a bunch of TV shows about the comic book series.
Yeah, the Millarverse or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool, I guess.
Do you think would you want to see a third Kick-Ass movie if they did make one?
I mean,
everybody.
The second one ended on kind of an end note. The only way I would be okay with the third one is if they somehow figured out a way to bring back Nick Cage.
He's dead. They killed him.
I don't care.
Do you think Aaron Taylor Johnson would come back?
Probably. He's not Quicksilver anymore. He's got nothing.
Well, Chloe Moretz, she could come back too.
She's like a big actress now, so probably not.
I mean, what has she done recently, though?
Nothing. That's my point.
So, like...
Oh, that was the joke, Devin.
Oh, I didn't know you were being sarcastic there. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. This one, I haven't seen any of these, so I don't know if you'll know this one, but 28 months later.
Oh, I don't care about those.
I was going to say, there's a 28 days later, a 28 weeks later, and apparently there was supposed to be a 28 months later. But
yeah, I don't care about those.
I've never heard of that one. This one definitely will not get a third one, for sure. Fantastic Four. The Chris Evans, Jessica Alba.
Neither of them got 3 of them. I mean, I would have liked to see the Jessica Alba universe continue, just because like those movies. I recently went back and like watched both of them. They're not as bad as I remember. They're like fun. They're like goofy, silly, dumb movies. The Silver Surfer one's actually not that bad. It's just kind of goofy.
They're
just
bad.
Make the third one. Like, who gives a shit?
Because first of all, Marvel actually owns that now. So why would they make a third one now?
Make an animated movie, like I said.
And get all those people back. Get Chris Evans back, and he could voice
Human Torch.
I think Chris Evans is done with superhero movies. I'm just saying.
I doubt that. He's made like 15 superhero movies.
Yeah, and I think he's retired. I think he's going to do serious stuff now. I think that's what.
More serious than Captain America? Unheard of.
He made that one movie that came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah, nobody saw it.
I did. I actually saw that movie. I forget what it's called, though.
Was it like Gifted or whatever?
I think so. It's where he's got that little girl and she's super smart.
Was that any good?
It was okay. It was fine.
You're the only person in the world that's ever seen that movie.
I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it. It was on TV one day.
I never saw it.
It was okay.
Chris Evans isn't doing backflips. I'm not interested.
I mean, Chris Evans looks gorgeous in it.
He looks gorgeous in everything.
Because he wears a white shirt basically the whole time. So
you see the muscles.
Yeah, and he's got a bearded cap.
Yes.
I know you love this franchise, Kill Bill.
No, I don't want a third Kill Bill movie.
I know, but I know you love the first two. But I'm just saying,
I love most of Tarantino's stuff. His movies are like kind of in their own universe. Anyway, like there's a universe of Tarantino stuff where like the movies are all kind of connected. So like it's fine if we don't get a third one. I know he's talked about making a third one. We don't need that. Make more original stuff. I don't need a sequel to Kill Bill. Of all the things Tarantino can do, he shouldn't be doing Kill Bill 3.
So like Reservoir Dogs and Hateful Eight are supposed to be in that universe? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Because one of the characters in Reservoir Dogs is related or is the brother to John Travolta's character in Pulp Fiction.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of the Kill Bills, so I wouldn't have known that.
It's like this weird Tarantino universe that like I don't think all of his movies that he's done are connected, but like most of them are. So
I've never heard of this one. Chinatown. Have you ever heard of that one?
China's the Jack Nicholson movie, yeah.
Apparently, there was one that came out in '74, and then Jack Nicholson one that came out in '90s.
Yeah, there was Chinatown, and then there was like another one.
Yeah,
I've never seen them.
I think they're both called Chinatown, actually.
Chinatown and Chinatown.
I don't know if this needs a third one. I've never seen this movie.
Chinatown was great. I didn't see the other, so I don't know. But Chinatown was great. It doesn't need. We don't need sequels to this shit. Just make a movie. Just make a good movie.
What about Clash of the Titans?
No, what?
That's the next one on the list.
No.
You don't want to see Clash of the Titans 3?
Nobody wanted to see the first one.
I didn't even know there were two of them.
There's Clash of the Titans and then Wrath of the Titans.
I only thought there was the Clash. I didn't know there was a Wrath.
Nope.
David Fincher's Millennium Trilogy. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. What the hell is that?
Apparently, it's got Daniel Craig in it. I don't know.
Oh well, I can't watch it then because fuck Daniel Craig.
What? What's wrong with Daniel Craig?
He's just an asshole about everything.
He's 007.
Yeah, that's why.
This is the one I have a feeling you're going to talk about for a little bit, and I knew you would. Tim Burton's Batman Forever.
Yeah, the Batman Returns is so good. It's so good. I don't understand. Well, I get it because I've seen like behind the scenes stuff on why he didn't like continue or whatever. Because Michael Keaton didn't want to do it. He read the script and was like, "This is dumb," and it really sucks. Like that universe technically did continue with Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, but it's not the same. I want more Tim Burton stuff. Bring Tim Burton back. Bring Michael Keaton back. Make a Batman Beyond movie. That'd be the best movie ever made.
I mean, you got Birdman. It's kind of like
Birdman is the real life story of what happened after Batman Returns. Like that's sort of what that is kind of based on a little bit.
I mean, do you really think it's good enough to make another one now? I mean, when was the last one made? In the 90s?
Well, Batman Robin was 97. That's in the same universe. It's not Tim Burton.
It's been more than 20 years since.
Okay, that makes Michael Keaton's an old man now. Do Batman Beyond.
Old man.
That'd be perfect. Batman. Old man Bruce Wayne. Bring in Terry McGinnis. Do a proper like futuristic Batman Beyond movie. Hell yeah, dude. With Tim Burton's style for a Batman Beyond movie. Are you kidding me?
I don't think any of them would want to come back.
I think Michael Keaton would. Michael Keaton still, when he was doing press for Homecoming, he kept saying like I'm Batman. Like he kept saying like he loves it.
I am Batman.
He loves it. He doesn't give a fuck. Michael Keaton ain't doing anything anyway.
I'm sure he thinks to himself, I'm the best Batman.
I'm sure he does. And he's a pretty damn good Batman.
I don't know if you've seen any of these, but Conan the Barbarian.
Conan, I was having this discussion with myself like before we started this. Conan, I've seen the two of them. I get both of them confused. I don't know which one is the good one and which one's the bad one.
Because there's Conan the Destroyer and
Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. And they made a remake with Jason Momoa like about 10 years ago.
Did they really?
Yeah, and everyone said it sucked and I didn't see it. But I mean, a Conan trilogy, especially now because I know one of them ended with him as like an older man. So hey, bring Arnold back and do a Conan 3
as an 80-year-old man.
Yeah, I mean he's not gonna have to do any acting. He's an old man.
Well, apparently they never did a third one because he became a big star after Terminator. Yeah, because that came out in between those two movies. So that's why they never.
Those were like really like cheap indie movies, but they're good. One of them's good. I think the first one's good.
Apparently, it says there was a script being made in 1997 for it called "Call the Conqueror." That was what the working title was supposed to be called.
Call the Conqueror.
Yeah. That's all it says.
And I know there technically are 3 Conan movies because I think isn't Red Sonja Conan shows up in like Red Sonja or something, isn't it? Or there's some other movie that's like a spinoff that character shows up in. So there are technically 3 Conan films.
There's not technically 3 though. There's
he's in a 3rd movie, Devin. That's 3 movies. It's just not called Conan.
They're all just called Conan, Conan 2, and Conan 3.
Conan O'Brien.
Fuck, get him to star as Conan.
Oh my god, little skinny white Conan.
Next one on this list is Timothy Dalton's Bond trilogy. I've never seen.
Oh yeah, the 2 movies that Timothy Dalton did. I've never seen his Bond movies, so I don't really give a fuck. But I know people really like his Bond and his movies that he did.
Which Bond is he? Like the third or the second one or something?
The
fifth?
3rd or 4th, I think.
What Bond is Daniel Craig right now? Is he the
7th, I think.
There's been 7 Bonds?
I think so.
I only know Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan. There's one more that I'm missing, I think.
I'm surprised you named as many as you did, to be honest.
I'm missing one. Who is it?
I don't fucking know.
Shit. I don't know who I'm missing. It'll come to me soon.
I've never seen any of these 2 movies, and I really don't want a third one of this. Is Divergent.
Didn't they do a third one? Wasn't it?
Apparently, they only did 2.
Wasn't that supposed to come out on TV or whatever?
I don't know.
Because they shot it. Are they just holding on to it? Just whatever.
They're waiting to drop it.
They're just waiting to drop it.
When it's ripe, they'll drop
Yeah,
it.
I don't think anyone. I think Divergent. They thought the studio thought it was going to be the next Hunger Games, and then nobody else really gave a fuck about it.
All right, it's your time to rant. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Man,
what could have been?
I mean, technically, that would have been because the way I looked at it originally was that like Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and Justice League could have been their own like little trilogy, and I would have been totally fine with that.
We're just talking about Justice League.
Justice League as itself, I think he also wanted to do a trilogy with that.
He did,
and oh my god, it would have been amazing. It would have been, even if Justice League wasn't great, it would have been better than what we got. Because what we got is nonsense.
Based on what you know Zack Snyder was planning on doing, would it have been better than Avengers, you think?
Which Avengers?
The Avengers trilogy that we have now, putting Endgame and Infinity War
quadrology. Because there's 4.
But Infinity War and Endgame together and make it one movie.
But there's 4 movies, though.
But it is one movie.
But there's 4. I don't know. Because what Zack Snyder was doing with Batman vs Superman, he was actually like giving it, like what he did with Batman was awesome. He tried to give us like a more true to life Batman, where he's like a drug addict, or not a drug addict, but he's like a drunk, and he's tortured, and he's just miserable, and he's come to terms with the fact that he's actually like he's a criminal, and he just doesn't care, like he's broken, he doesn't care. And I think his Justice League movies probably would have dealt with some of these themes a little bit more, like Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman did. So I wouldn't really consider them like fun movies.
I hated the fact in BVS everybody was like Batman doesn't kill, and then they're like
people don't understand what arcs are, because that's his whole fucking arc in that movie is that he kills. Everyone calls him out for it, and then at the end he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to kill anymore." That's what a fucking character arc is.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, in the beginning of the movie, they established that he was a killer,
and also Michael Keaton. Someone did a kill count of all the Batmans. Michael Keaton, of all the Batmen, have killed the most, and nobody seemed to give a fuck. So
Christian Bale killed people.
He did kill. The only Batman that has never killed anybody is George Clooney.
Because he's a saint.
No, fuck you.
He's got the bat nipples.
No.
What do you mean no? Yes, he does.
I mean, he does, but like, no, he sucks. Like this could have been something special, and we could have seen your boy Martian Manhunter.
I know we could have seen a lot, because I heard in the second one they were going to pull an Infinity War and kill off a lot of people.
Yeah, I think he wanted to do sort of like an Injustice type thing, where like Superman, like Darkseid takes over Superman a little bit, and he becomes like the villain, and that's
I heard
the nightmare scene in Batman vs Superman was supposed to be like that. Would have been dope.
I heard Cyborg was supposed to go down, and Aquaman was supposed to go down in the second movie.
That would have been great.
I really wanted to see what he would have done with this, because it really could have been good.
I would have too.
Because the nightmare sequence in BVS is one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie.
That seems awesome.
I love that scene. Even though I hate the movie, I love that scene.
That seems great.
And everybody's like, "Oh, I'm confused by it." It's like it's setting up for things.
I mean, I'm still a little confused by it, because it's not quite clear if it's a dream or if it's like a vision that he got. Because then right after that, the Flash shows up, and it's like, all right, what is this?
I always think of it as it's a possible future. Like that's what I.
Well, yeah, that's what I think Zack Snyder was going for. I think because there was a line in one of the Justice League trailers where he's like, "I had a dream, and it was the end of the world," and blah blah blah. And I think that's what he was setting up, where it's like Batman had this weird like vision, and that's what I think that's what we were going to see. We were going to see that scene play out in full in future movies, and we just never got it. So now that scene's pointless.
I mean, a lot of things are pointless now that the DCU is being, ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
Like the end credit scene for Justice League is pointless.
God damn it.
Because we were supposed to get what is that team called that they are putting together?
They were either going to do the Legion of Doom or the Injustice League.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do Legion of Doom. That's what I thought.
That would have been awesome.
But, that'll never happen. Because, fuck Warner Brothers.
I think, right? I hope, 10 years from now, they pull, what they did with Superman 2 and they, release the Richard Donner cut. I hope one day they just say, hey, it's been long enough. Let's just put out Zack Snyder's version just to see what he was going to do. Because apparently his version wasn't too different from what the first Justice League movie is. I just think story-wise and tone, it's going to be a lot better. Because that movie, I hate the way that movie looks. I hate Steppenwolf. I think he's stupid, and I hate how he looks. And I think Zack Snyder's version would have made Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and Justice League more of a trilogy because that movie stands out like fucking crazy.
I mean, Steppenwolf is just a gray blob in that movie.
He looked really cool in Batman vs Superman, though.
Doesn't matter. Justice League.
I don't know why they had to redesign him.
Do you want to ramble on about some more Justice League, or you want to move on?
I want to move on because this could go for 2 hours.
The next one is Speed 3.
I've only seen Speed 1. I didn't care for Speed 2. Speed 2 doesn't have Keanu Reeves in it.
It doesn't? Thought it did.
Sandra Bullock's in it again, but Keanu Reeves isn't in it.
They should make Speed 3 and Keanu Reeves come back.
I think, yeah, that would make sense. But, Speed, everyone loves Speed, and they talk about Speed like this is, amazing film. It's fine. It didn't need to be a franchise.
They could intertwine it with John Wick.
The Speed John Wick cinematic universe.
And then the last one on this list is Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Oh, yeah. They only made 2 of those?
They did. I remember me and you saw the first one in theaters, I think. Yeah. I don't know if I ever saw the second one.
I don't think I ever saw the second one either. That's weird that they just, abandoned the franchise after 2 movies.
Do you have any in your mind that you would think?
I have a couple. The Jump Street movies.
Oh, yeah, 21 and 22 Jump Street.
They were going to do... I know Sony originally, they were planning to they were going to do a crossover with that and Ghostbusters or that in Men in Black, which I think that would have been awesome either way. 23 Men in Black or whatever. That would have been awesome.
Bring back Channing Tatum and them
just goofing around with alien equipment and being dumb idiots. Yeah, that would have been fun.
I would have loved, because I love the first 2. So I would have loved to see a third one.
Great.
I don't know how they'd explain it. Oh, we moved streets again.
Well, in the second one, they have a tease where it's they're building another 23 Jump Street thing over there.
Would they have brought back Ice Cube or whatever?
Oh, for sure. What the hell else is Ice Cube doing?
He's making Ride Along 1 and 2. That could be on that
4 or 5 years ago.
Where's Ride Along 3?
Do we need a ride? I didn't see the second one.
I didn't either, but I remember Kevin Hart talking about his dick as the hammer in that.
In the second one?
The first one. Remember, he's like the hammer.
I haven't seen Ride Along since we saw it in the theater. I don't remember much of that movie.
I haven't seen it since we saw it in the theater either, but I remember that part.
I don't remember that.
You got another one? Because I got 2 more.
Power Rangers, the most recent Power Rangers movie.
With did they make 2?
No, but they had plans to do 5 of them, and they just didn't.
That is too many Power Rangers movies.
Honestly, after the first one's pretty good. Oh, and Ghost Rider.
Oh, fuck, no.
Ghost Rider 1 is pretty good.
But the second one is not.
The second one's bad, but a third one could have been neat.
Do you remember watching the second one?
Oh, it was really bad.
I remember that scene where he's just floating and spinning in a circle, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, that doesn't make any logical sense.
There's some dope scenes in that, though, where he's in the
gorgeous images of Ghost Rider, just being Ghost Rider. Yeah. They're fucking awesome.
I found one, I don't know if you've ever watched them, but Gremlins.
Oh, Gremlins. I've seen Gremlins 1.
I watched that as a kid. That was a weird movie.
How's it weird?
Because they're just little cute little fuzzy things, and you put them in water, and they turn into Gremlins. I know, but it's weird.
I want to see Gremlins 2, because apparently Gremlins 2 is a parody of the first one, and it just like makes fun of the first one, and it's like this self-aware thing. They've been trying to make Gremlins 3 for like 20 years, and they just for some reason haven't. I think they will at some point, and that'll be like because that's the trend now, where it's like, oh, it's 30 years later, let's make a sequel.
That's what I'm saying with National Treasure. I could totally see them doing National Treasure.
They could do it.
Totally see it. And then the last one, I feel like we talked about this last time. Ghostbusters. They're making a third one, aren't they?
Yeah, Ghostbusters 3 is coming out.
Yeah, so that doesn't need to be on the list.
Technically, it doesn't count.
Well, that's all I got. So, you got anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, other than like Samurai Cop, I don't know of any other series that needs a third one.
Samurai Cop doesn't need a second one. Even
Samurai Cop 2 was bad, but I want a third one.
This is, I think, the second week in a row you've talked about Samurai Cop.
It is, because it's amazing.
It's not.
Samurai Cop 1 is amazing.
If anybody who agrees with Wade or has not seen Samurai Cop, do not see it because it's not good.
Watch the first one. It's really fascinating. It's fun. It's not a good movie, but it's fun.
I remember there's a scene where he's talking to somebody in a helicopter without a headset, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Hell yeah, he is.
How can they hear each other? One's in a helicopter.
I will
and one's on the ground.
And I will place it on your piano.
And they're not like yelling or anything. They're like whispering.
No, they're just speaking. They're just talking like this.
Just whispering to each other. I'm like, how the fuck?
Yeah, that's how good that movie is.
All right, it's been the weekly duo, I guess. The weekly, not annual. The weekly.
This has been the weekly duo. That's not even the name of the fucking title of the podcast.
Weekly real.
This has been the real duo weekly podcast.
Person thing.
I can't say annual, even though I've heard people say annual.
It's not fucking annually. If it was annually, we'd come out with once every year.
I'm gonna say what I want.
All right, fine. Call it the annual.
This is the third annual podcast
of the real duo.
Of the real duo podcast. I need like a catchphrase at the end or something. I need like some quippy like.
Chimichangas. Oh wait, that's taken.
Chimmy, no, that's just a food. I need like a.
Well, you come up with that, and let me know.
Let's eat some pizza.
Cue the music.
You ruined it.